Tim DTV. It's variety, the real footage show. Tim Davis.
Hello and welcome to show number 46 of The Real Footage Show with me, Tim Davis. In this edition of The Real Footage Show, we're going to be talking about a classic comedy duo during radio's golden age, the classic television years, and the film industry, and that happens to be Abbott and Costello. But Abbott and Lou Costello was a comedy duo that appeared in many classic films over the years, as well as having their own radio and television series. During radio's golden days, Abbott and Costello first began airing on radios everywhere from about 1940 to 1949, and throughout them years made numerous episodes for radio broadcast. Lou's high panicky call usually preceded an impending disaster and the audience's hilarious laughter. But Abbott and Lou Costello teamed up in 1936. They got their big break on the Kate Smith Hour, where they became a resounding success. The team then went on to Hollywood, appearing in some 38 movies and their own radio and TV shows. Their famous Who's on First skit earned them a gold record and the honorable distinction of being the first non-baseball playing celebrities ever to be introduced into the Baseball Hall of Fame. Their clever humor continues to delight comedy connoisseurs of every age. Abbott and Costello's famous Who's on First skit is one of their popular radio broadcasts, and later also was on one of their TV episodes where they go back and forth with humor about trying to name baseball players' names in the Who's on First skit. It's a classic episode not only for radio but for television as well. And what I just read to you happened to come from a old-time radio catalog that I bought many cassette tapes from during the late 1990s and into the early 2000s. This catalog here, from a company at the time known as Adventures of Cassettes, featured many different shows, and they had the Abbott and Costello show in it to purchase on cassette tape at the time. And right here is where I just read that to you from, the Abbott and Costello show right there. It was on sale, and I never really heard anything from the duo before, except for the Who's on First skit on a cassette tape that I remember hearing back sometime in the 1990s. I must have played that over and over again tons and tons of times. So I decided to actually get a collection of Abbott and Costello's radio shows, and we did. And we got about 12 of their radio skits, and it was fun. But then years later, of course, when a lot of shows were being released onto DVD, the Abbott and Costello show was one of them, and their 1950s television series was released onto DVD, the Abbott and Costello show, which aired on television from 1952 to 1954, running for 2 seasons for 52 episodes. And this here happens to be the season 2 collection for the Abbott and Costello show on DVD, which has been restored and remastered. This collection features all the season 2 episodes that have been remastered and put together in this collection by the company Entertainment One. Season 1 is also available. I just happen to have season 2 here for you as an example. But if you're into classic television comedy or radio comedy, the comedy duo team of Abbott and Costello is definitely a must for not only classic television fans, but for old-time radio classic fans as well, because a lot of their skits and humor of those time periods still is just as funny today as it was over 50 years ago. So I remember when I was listening to a lot of the radio shows of the Abbott and Costello show with my sister back in the late 1990s and into the early 2000s. We found a lot of their stuff humorous, and a lot of it was funny. And then one morning, I think it was sometime in the year 2000, I just so happened to turn the TV on the one morning, and on one of the cable networks, TV Land, I happened to come across for the first time a television episode of the Abbott and Costello show. And I remember after hearing them on radio for so many years, it was actually like weird seeing them on screen, because I wasn't really familiar with a lot of their film work or their television stuff until that time. And I remember sitting down and really liking the television series for the Abbott and Costello show. I found it very interesting. And then a few decades later, the show was released onto DVD, and we were able to see all of them in order, remastered, one after the other. And here it is right here, the Abbott and Costello Show Season 2 on DVD. This company, Entertainment One, has done a great job with putting these out in these 2-season sets, Season 2 and Season 1, which is also available. And the quality is good on screen. Not only the video or the picture quality, but the audio is good as well. And they are also put together in order, like most shows are on DVD releases. It features all of their famous skits that they have done over the years. Not only the Who's on First baseball routine skit, which is legendary for them, but the other ones that they have done as well. And of course, this reflects the classic comedy that was on television during the 1950s and such. So it's not only preserving the entertainment aspect of comedy legends such as these, but the work that they have done on camera as well. And as I mentioned, they have made many films throughout the years, throughout the 40s and 50s and whatnot. They have their radio show, the films, and their TV series. And to this day, many people still collect their material. A lot of people still like their humor. So if you are new to them, just discovering them for the first time, or if you have been fans of them for the last time for many years, the Abbott and Costello Show on radio and television is definitely worth a good listen or a good watch if you have the time. If you would like to see other videos that I have created in the past that have themes with classic old-time radio or television programming, you can visit my YouTube channel, Tim1TV. And on my YouTube channel, you can see other videos that I have created throughout the years that are based with the theme of radio and television. If you already have it, you can subscribe to my channel, and when you do, you can follow along with my channel and be updated when I release new videos and such. Or you can also add me as a friend on Facebook, Tim Davis, Tim D Productions, and I share a lot of great entertainment fun on my pages on Facebook as well. Thank you for joining me for the 46th edition of The Real Footage Show for Abbott and Costello. For The Real Footage Show, my name is Tim Davis, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.
This is Tim D Productions.
The best retro